how are you? I hope that you've had a wonderful weekend and that you've had an amazing Monday. And now we are here at 7:30 in the PM. We are having an amazing episode today. We are talking about landscaping. And today we'll be having Byron on the Business Plus. And we'll be having him for the next 30 minutes. So I know that we are going to learn quite a lot. My name is Rachel Kahugo. We will be live on Facebook. We'll be live on YouTube. So you can always send us your questions and you'll be able to answer all your questions. Kwa hivyo leo, all the landscapers, this is the episode for you. And not only landscapers, kama uko pale nyumbani and you feel like you need to make your home a little bit more beautiful, this is also the episode for you. So if you have any question, as I've said, just text us on MBCI TV Facebook page and MBCI TV official YouTube page. Now Byron, thank you for having us today.
Asante.
We're very excited to be here.
Nashukuru pia.
Asante. Can you introduce yourself? That's your camera, then we start.
All right. Naitwa Byron Ngeny. I work with a company called Poa Spaces. Usually, I try to simplify it by saying we beautify spaces. So that's our tagline. So regardless of the space, we just make it beautiful and make it green. So yeah.
Okay. So what pushed you into landscaping?
First, I've been brought up in a green space. So my dad is a landscaper. Was not his job at first, but since when we were young, Makapali Green, our house is in the middle of a bush. Not a bush, in the middle of green.
Okay.
So you can't even see the house. That's where we've been raised. We love nature all the time. I think I've gone to everywhere that needs to be, someone needs to go where it's green. So that's my background. And so I came to love nature and love beautiful spaces. So from working with my dad in landscaping, then I got into landscaping as now Poa Spaces.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as Poa Spaces, what are the services that you offer?
Now what we do, we have different segments in Poa Spaces. We do, we have interior scaping. That is where we do plants, indoor plants. So in offices, at home, maybe wherever there's a building, we try to green the space and just bring nature close. So that is interior scaping. Also do interior scaping. We do rooftop gardening. We try to bring the green space next to the building. So and then we also do landscaping. So landscaping is more of the outdoor.
Yeah.
We work with a lot of parameters when we're doing landscaping. We're looking at landscape architecture, where we shape the lawn, where plants will be, you know, so creating the flower gardens. And also we do aquascaping. So aquascaping is about just introducing water feature on your garden. On your garden, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know there's a project you're doing with Ubuntu.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about it, and I know you'll see it as we talk on your screens.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about it.
So it's a beautiful project. It's a beautiful project. The project we're doing right now with Ubuntu is now we are taking the whole landscaping and aquascaping into a different kind of space. What you're doing is bringing like a space for healing, a space where you can, it's more of spiritual, where you can connect with nature, and for healing. And healing we mean more of mental, more of spiritual connection, and also physical. So what you're doing with Ubuntu is we're creating a space, a therapeutic space where we have an ice bath and a hot bath, that's a jacuzzi. We're also doing a place that will do green herbal drinks, a cocktail bar. We are doing also, we are trying to make to have a versatile kind of feel. When you come, you just move away from the hustle and bustle of the city. You come and relax. You come and reconnect with nature. So we'll have things like later when you're done with the project. Right now we are just starting the project. We can say start. So also have a pond. So we are doing a koi pond. That is just for you to come and relax and, you know, try to put every stress out and get a different feel of life.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. And you know, you're explaining that, and I'm just thinking of how the trends have now changed in the landscaping industry. And like kitambo, what you knew landscaping was ni kupanda tu nyasi, kukwe kuko green na tuko sawa.
I find people call, I find people tell you they want to do landscaping, and when you get to understand the project, they say you just want to plant grass. So planting grass is part of landscaping, but it's not everything in landscaping. So planting grass is just a small part of it. There's a lot to do in landscaping.
Okay.
So planting grass is the smallest
Very
thing.
small part.
It is the smallest thing, but again, you can go deep into lawn creation if you want to just plant grass, because you find that things have changed. Climate is here, misbehaving because we've done it, we've caused it. So even when you're doing a lawn, people should now start thinking of underground irrigation to irrigate the lawn, so that you don't have every day to go and water when you don't have. We're also a busy nation where each and every person goes to work or is engaged in one place or another. So when you do more of self-sustaining projects like, you know, irrigating the lawn, you do underground drainage, that kind of thing. So it's even when you're planting grass, it's just not plant grass, leave, go. No. And then again, we have different kind of varieties of grass that you can, you know,
you can plant.
Yeah.
Not the normal.
No, normal is good, but get something different. Get something different.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what inspired you to start your own company to venture really into landscaping as a business?
Now, first of all, I apart from my background, I get tired of the concrete jungle of the city. Yeah, it's very tiring.
Yeah.
You just want to create beautiful spaces. When you go to, it's therapeutic when you go to a green space where there are trees and there's plants and everything. And you find most people don't appreciate the fact that green spaces, it's good to have green spaces. You find our developers, in the construction industry, what they do, they just put cabro or put just pavements and fill it. So what inspired us to go into full landscaping is just to bring that difference, to reconnect ourselves back to nature, to introduce the green space in our concrete jungle. Because right now spaces are small, so buildings are going up, so we want to bring that green space in our concrete jungle.
Amazing. And now take us through on how you create very unique and personalized landscapes for your clients. For example, I come with an idea of how I want my place to look like.
All right.
So how do you make it very personalized? Take us through.
All right. Now, the whole process starts with what? With first, you get a client, and then they tell you they're interested in doing a project. So the first step is to understand what the client wants. Because you find that we a society with different understanding of things. So the moment you've understood what the client wants, then from there you try to custom make what they want and also introduce new things. Or sometimes the client might want something that is not workable, or they don't have understanding of the whole working of like a landscape, for instance. So you have to take them through. So first you get the clients, get what they understand what they want, then now you customize for them. So customizing for them is some of the clients just want the green lawn, but in real sense what they want is a vibrant landscape.
Yeah.
So now you introduce things like garden furniture. You say, can you put a chill spot where you can just sit outside during the day? Can you maybe have a water feature? Something that just make you feel nice when you are enjoying the garden. Can you have like walk paths? Yeah. Can you have like lighting?
Yeah.
You know, do some lighting. Choice of plants again, matter so much. So people I've seen in my journey, I've seen people who fall in love with plants, but they don't know what plant is for outdoor, one plant is for indoor.
You know, they want all the plants indoors.
So you find that somebody has taken a plant, taken an outdoor plant and put it indoor.
Indoors, yeah.
Doesn't have enough lighting. There's a different requirement for water requirement for different plants. So you find that the plants die. Okay. Then they get frustrated. Then they stop loving plants. And yet it was just a small thing to understand the plants.
Now, we're learning so much, and this is a journey that we'd all want to learn. Okay. I'm slowly realizing that it's not just about a profession as a landscaper. At Akama, I'm not a landscaper. I need to just get to know something about landscaping, what plants to have inside the house, what plants to have outdoors. Yeah. So this is something that we are all learning. But for now, let's take a very short break so that you can get into the Business 101, and then we'll be coming right back. We are talking to Byron. He is a landscaper, and not only a landscaper, he is a unique landscaper. Let's get the tips, and then we'll be right back.
Byron Ngeny is my name. I'm the CEO of Poa Spaces. I'm giving you tips for landscaping today and all the landscapers. So one is be creative. Be creative in the essence that try to be different. Try to create, to express yourself through the creativity. Secondly is study. Study a lot. Try to get more knowledge on plants, more knowledge on the arts. And the third one is be true. Be true to your clients and be true to yourself. So whenever you're doing something, may it give you satisfaction first before it gives somebody else satisfaction. That's what I would say. My name is Byron Ngeny, CEO of Poa Spaces. You're watching Business Plus.
We are back after the Business 101, and I know that you've gotten the tips that you need to get as a landscaper. We are here talking to Byron. He is the CEO or the owner of Poa Spaces, and you can check them out. Lots and lots of work going on there. Very beautiful spaces. So come on, nataka kulearn what are some of the things that you're supposed to do with your spaces. Poa Spaces are the people for you. Now, Byron, how do you ensure that you balance creativity and making sure that the place is still environmental friendly?
Wow. Usually there's a challenge
on balancing
because when creativity is diverse, it's infinite, so you can't get like to the end of it. But again, now sometimes you moved, but you need to limit yourself so that you can achieve what you want. Now, when to balance between creativity and to get a good landscape is, you know, for me, if I'd given an opportunity for myself, I'd just plant trees and fill in trees because I love trees. But for somebody else, we're talking about now, there's free, open spaces, you need open spaces as well. So when introducing this, usually I say when introducing any furniture or any something to the landscape, you look at functionality. Because at the end of the day, it's going to be used by somebody. So is it functional? It's the same way where you find a space, they've put a walking path, but you find people have decided to cut across. So means that maybe it was not understood about difference between the design and functionality. The design was there, but you didn't think through about functionality. So you ask yourself, why did people not use the path and decided to cut across? So that is where you need to get to the balance of it.
I've never thought of that actually, because you find so many pathways, beautiful, but bado watu watapitia kwa nyasi.
Mtu anataka tu kupita hapo, unaweza ita tabia mbaya, but again unaangalia from the design side of it. Unaangalia, maybe it was not understood why the difference between the path and where people would pass. Even sometimes unaweka barrier, but people decide to cross.
Yes.
So there's the bad manners that people have, that they don't follow where you're given. But again, you look at, is it functional? If you put a gate at the end or a walk path at the end of maybe where people need to go.
Okay, I see. So you have to be very creative, but also get to know what is the functionality of what you're getting creative with. Amazing. Now, what are some of the challenges that you faced in this industry of landscaping?
Challenges, we have quite a few challenges. I'd say I love, I'm a student. I told you earlier, I'm a student. I learn a lot. So there are a lot of things that we'd want to introduce to gardens, but you need to get them from, maybe import them. Some of them are because of the kind of work we do. Some of them are small, some are big. So just getting them too might be a challenge. But apart from that, other thing is working with clients. We sometimes, being a creative, there's something that won't work, but the client wants it that way. So for you, for your heart, you don't feel okay, but you do it. You understand? You will do it because at the end of the day, they say
that's what I want, and the client is always right.
The client is always right. So you try to explain, but that is what they want. So you do for them. Again, secondly is the big challenges that I encountered earlier. We encountered earlier in businesses. You find clients who are not straightforward. So you get a client, they want you to come and do a site visit. You go do a site visit. They tell you, let's start. We can start. So do for me a quote. You do a quote, or you share first. You go to the site, share what needs to be done. And they're just picking your mind. So they're taking the idea from you, and then when you've gone to maybe do a quote, they give that job to somebody else to do the same thing that you told them
your creativity to someone else.
So the worst part is, the downside of it is that maybe they'll not get what you had given them, but now again, if that person didn't want what you are giving, they'll just give somebody else who will give something like that, but it might not be that. So that's the thing. So that's a big challenge. You find you do a quote, nice quote for them, they take the quote, run with it, give somebody else, a cheaper person maybe, or just that normal dude, gardener say do this, and, so you wait for a response you don't get, and initially that was my challenge.
So how do you deal with that?
So where I am right now is I charge for a quote. Then I come and I do site visit. I charge for a quote. When you start the business, you'll deduct that. So at least means that if you pay upfront for it, you're committing yourself to it. And like where I come and do a quote, I send to you. I take my time. I get the prices of everything. I get the design done. Then you go with it. So I charge for it. So it's a win-win for both of us. So if you take the quote and you've paid for it, you can go and give it to somebody else. If you decide to go with me, well and good. You still get it back. You still get the money back. Yes.
Amazing. Now, let's talk about Poa Spaces. So, Poa Spaces, it's a company.
It is.
We've seen landscapers when I'd rather just do my work. You call me, I'll do whatever you want me to do. Let me not have my own company because it's complicated. So how easy or hard is it to open up a company as a landscaper?
Now, opening up a company, just like any other business, you open up a company. Is it easy to open? Just like any other company, it is. Is it easy to run? No. Because now when you run a company, you've moved away from just a normal small business. Now you've moved to a big name, all right? So there's even a big accountability for it. And also people, you expect to now do some serious delivery of service. And like the one you meet today, selling trees. You want to give him a job, you don't know his profile, his portfolio.
Yeah.
So that's just the difference. So the advice maybe if guys would go with opening up a business, a serious business, get everything in place. You know, social media page, get structure, and just run with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So in the landscaping industry, what would you say are some of the cost-effective? Now that you have a company and you've been doing this for a very long time, so what would you say are some of the cost-effective tips that you'd use in the landscaping industry?
I'd say cost-effective first is get a team. Get a team.
Get a team. You'll have
Get
to
a team.
pay them.
You'll have to pay them. You get a small team
Okay.
that run with the vision. Then I love what I do. What I like about the projects I do is because I work with a lot of people.
Okay.
Yeah? I have a team that we run with the project, and then we get people now who we can employ casuals to work with.
Okay.
Them, at least when you have a team, it's easier to work with them. If you decide you're doing it, then you're getting casuals, you'll find that probably they might not know what you want. They might just do this, they do it.
Okay.
But you might not have the idea or to be able to execute what you want, because you find some things needs that creativity. And you'll find some who don't.
Yeah.
So then you just move this to there, they just move it.
Yeah.
But if you have somebody, there's a way you can just place a rock in a place and it looks nice. Someone will just throw the rock, you know, just put the rocks there and leave. Yeah. So get a good team.
A team that understands the mission.
And team, I mean, it's a good team. You have guys who help you in the dream, the design. You have people who make sure that all the logistics are in place. And so you have, that's what I mean when I say a team.
A team, okay.
And then when you get to site, start small, grow, try to get as much as cut cost by getting just pole, do a job, buy a machine, buy something to use.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, it makes your life really easy. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's talk about the most critical part, costing.
Costing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So how do you do that, and how do you make sure that your business is giving you revenue to even buy the machines, as you've said, and also nabaki na kakitu, because that's what business is for.
Yeah. That's I think it's the most challenging part of this business, of the creative part. Let me just say, of creative industry, most challenging is pricing. It's the costings. Now, for me, it will be easy after I do the design, after I do a site visit, look at what is required, agree with the client, then I do a cost of the things that are required. So it's easier for me, all right? But now there's another cost of the unforeseen things that you've not planned for, all right? You might go to a place, you've said that we're going to plant X number of trees, we're going to do this, and then when you start digging, you find that it's just rocky. Then you need something else to remove the rocks. So there's unforeseen cost that comes. You'll find a place is steep, you want to do like to make terraces and you design the place, then you find it's just you guza mchanga, it enda zote unashangaa. So kuna cost kama hizo. Now for those are unforeseen. So some of those things you talk with your client, because of the unforeseen. So usually I have contingency. I do a quote, I do miscellaneous. All right? I do miscellaneous. Miscellaneous is where the client makes sure that money is there when I need it. All right? Because if you've done a quote for maybe a project goes for 500,000 and you do a miscellaneous for 100, it means you might use it or not. All right? So it's just good if it's available. All right? So it's not I think for somebody who needs work done, that 100,000 is good because you'll get exactly what you want. Other than we use the 500, we're done.
And
we
things
need
like
more
that.
money,
Yeah.
you don't have more money, then the project stalls,
Okay.
you know. So, and then now costing now for labor. For labor is tricky, especially for creatives. I've worked with a lot of creatives, and the beauty about life is this. You are a creative, you do good things, people like it. For you, it's just, I did it.
Yeah.
But for people see something marvelous, yeah? So, get somebody who will give you a cost if you are done for them, that project, all right? Because them, they price it according to how they look at it.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
You, if you price, we can talk even like something like what? A painter, for instance.
Yeah.
You just take a brush and a canvas and do it nicely, easy, just 5 hours, done. When for him, it's just 5 hours.
Yeah.
It's canvas and
Yeah.
paint. You know? When you go to art gallery, how much does that thing go for?
Yeah. Quite
It goes-
expensive.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you can't say that that person will be okay even if you give him just a few
Yeah,
cash, you know.
thousands, yeah.
But now somebody else sees the value of that, not the creative.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's
Okay.
for creatives, that's one challenge. At least get somebody else, even just for advice. Yeah.
So for creatives, don't price it yourself. Get
Don't-
someone else
yeah,
who'll see the
yeah,
value, then let them price it for you.
You're selling value. For creatives, you're selling value.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
You're selling the value, you're selling the experience, you're selling something different. That's not only that we give. All right?
Okay.
I'll take it, I'll give you an example. If you go to a place and clients say, my clients tell me, cost, if you bring your total cost, 30%, usually it's like book. It's in the book that 30% of the costs should be your labor. All right? That's what they say. So when you're going to build a house, they say cost of materials, 30% is what you're paying the contractor and that kind of thing.
Okay.
But I would imagine
Okay.
going to a building with a big wall and you need to sand it. What you need is sandpaper. Sandpaper is 40 shillings a foot. All right? You'll need like, give a meter, 3 feet, just to sand it.
Yeah.
So it's 40 shillings. If you do 30, that's 30. That's 3 by 40. That's 120. So how much money will that person? If it's 30%, you see.
Yeah.
So it doesn't work. It's not.
doesn't
It doesn't cut across. You can't say that we're paying to 30% of the cost of materials. No. Yeah, because it's more than that. Yeah.
Okay. It's a value.
It's a value.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Amazing.
yeah.
Wow. We've learned quite a lot. So as we wind up, what would you tell a landscaper who's just starting out?
Be you. Express yourself. Just it's what we do is express. We express ourselves through what we do. Be true to passion. Be true to it. There are many challenges. Kuna mali utaungua. Utaungua vibaya sana. We have done a project. Na nilitoka yani nilipeana project na nilitoka kama niko zero. I even paid my guys. Yeah, I paid my guys. Mimi mwenyewe nikarudi home nikasema yeah, this is cool. I'm learning.
You're learning.
Yeah. But I love it. I love it because I learn something each and every time. It's so what can I say to just learn.
Yeah.
Be somebody who learns each and every time. Fanya hii project. Angalia, how did it go last time? How am I going to improve myself?
Yeah.
Get small projects. If you're starting, get small projects. Pole pole grow. You'll get there.
Okay.
Don't rush. Dealing with people. Kama you get a big project, trying to deal with people at the same time, be creative in it, inaweza kuumiza. So just grow pole pole. Grow. Appreciate each and every step. I think you'll be okay.
You'll be good. Okay. Wow, that's amazing. Thank you for being with us in this episode. We really learned a lot. So we are going to be seeing you next week on another episode, but you're going to be having a repeat of the same on Friday at 7:30 in the PM. Thank you so much, Byron. You've had Byron, the CEO of Power Spaces. So check them out, and I know that you love it and you'll also implement it on your own spaces. See you next time. Have a blessed rest of the week. Bye.